Hey, what's going on, guys? We have a big topic to talk about today. If you're wondering, oh, the camera's not working, too much of an issue. I apologize if there's any lag and anything like that. I usually don't start my streams around this time. I like to try to start my streams around. One second, let me push this fan so it's not really in the way of yeah. I like to try to start my streams around 8 o'clock at night when I know the time for like the internet is good. Usually around this time it spikes here and there. So bear with us as we deal with this topic. Let me pull up the actual YouTube chat right here. So we got the YouTube chat. I'm sorry, Twitch restreams for some reason is not working. I have to figure out how that's gonna work out. When it comes to restream and stuff like that, well, first of all, I'm just to give you guys a little bit of news. I'm going to be also doing Mixer, so I'm going to be doing a tri stream. Get it? All right. So once I get on Mixer, and I'll still be streaming directly from YouTube, but we'll have three streams: Twitter, no, I'm Twitch and Mixer as well. So I'll let you guys know how that's gonna work out. Hopefully by then, restream will work. But let's get to the topic here. Let me open up this particular top here. The marginalized presence of Africans in gaming on social media and why. Let's go straight to the YouTube chat. Well, not the YouTube chat, but the Discord itself. Popping that up. Let's see here. Bam. And we are in. Hey guys, we are streaming live. Welcome, Matt. Oh, Mad Monkey can't hear me. We have Arcana, Spubby, Jagan left. It's just crazy how Jagan left. Once he saw we're streaming now, he just dipped. Yeah. So with yeah, I'm sure he has things to do. So it's just this topic. A lot of people want to avoid this topic, and I do want to have a lot of people's points of view on this topic because it's a topic that's been bothering me since last year. Actually, it's been bothering me for a long time now. But last year, it really became an issue for me because I've entered a stage of being delusional. I actually went into a delusional state. And I want to share this with you guys because I want you guys to understand what is going on here. This has a lot to do with our Africa campaign, but it's not about the Africa campaign. The Africa campaign made me realize the larger picture. And when you look at YouTube gaming, when you look at Twitch, we are a vast minority and we don't get the support that the majority gets. Let me give you an example. To YouTube's credit, to YouTube's credit, YouTube actually was going to create a solution. And I thought the solution was a great idea, but today's, I don't even know what you call today's people. Today's hypersensitive people took YouTube. YouTube was going to create something called YouTube Black, which it wasn't going to change all of YouTube. It was going to create a focus section of YouTube where black creators can find each other and expand a network in like black content creation. And people started attacking YouTube. And I'm like, what are you attacking YouTube for? And they're like, oh, this is racist. Why are you making YouTube a black thing? YouTube wasn't making it a black thing. YouTube wanted to focus on an underrepresented and underdeveloped market, audience, whatever you want to call it, in its entire on infrastructure. Black people really don't get a lot of burn. If we're not playing basketball, if we're not playing football, if we're not doing some sport or mainstream sport, mainstream entertainment, then content creators. We have to really separate this, because I don't think people understand. I am not talking about the people who made it. I'm talking about the average black person who creates content on YouTube. Far worse, and I notice I say black person, I don't say black males, because within our group of Africans, African women in gaming is the most marginalized. Like, they don't even exist at all. And they fight a plight far worse than the men. At least with the guys, because of the, and this is sad to say, but it's the truth. Because of the shucking and the jiving of Africans in media, period, that is the only reason why we even get burned. So if you don't act like KSI or the late Etika, the chances of you being platformed is marginal. It's like it really doesn't exist. I only know a handful of African-based content creators, right? You have wow, that's crazy. You have Player Essence, you have OJ. We had Etika, we had KSI. I'm not going to name anyone in my community because obviously I know them, but the mainstream world does not. So it's like kind of pointless. Wow, that's crazy. Move this fan out the way. Sorry. It's really hard to come up with some people. It really is. Player Essence. Oh, that's right. Player Essence. I didn't mean I said OJ. I didn't mean OJ. What's this guy's name? He has a family. He plays online and he has a family. I confused him with OJ. Oh my goodness. Why can't I get his name off the top of my tongue? We know there's TSM Myth. Obi. There we go. Thank you, Jarion. Right, but literally, we could not name 20 black content creators in gaming on social media platform. It's literally like kind of hard. You literally I don't know that many. I'm sure there are people who know more than I do, but once they get into about the 15s going on 20, the list starts to slow down. But if you ask someone name 100 non-black people in gaming that's on social media, you start listing down the names. The first on the list, the first thing you say is PewDiePie. It's the first thing you say. It's the first. It's PewDiePie. It's Logan Paul. It's Ninja. You just keep going down the list, and then you mix in between with the Asians. So it's like there are more Asians and there are more whites than there are blacks. So now, is this topic about? So what are you complaining about, Triforce? You complaining that there's there's a discrepancy between black and whites? That's not our fault. That's like let's like playing devil's advocate of a white person talking. Well, I have some good news for whites and Asians in this particular topic. My complaint isn't to you. My complaint is to African people. This video is me calling out my own people for the lack of support for our own. It has really nothing to do with you guys. So I know everyone was thinking, oh boy, here comes Triforce with a quote-unquote another race bait Nope. See, I'd like to believe that our people are accountable for our own actions and inaction. And we definitely have been inactive. It's crazy. Well, you have D1. It's crazy how when I was working with Etika was told not to work with me. And there was no real reason other than Triforce is shady. And then Etika followed suit. As he said in his last video before he passed away, that he yielded because he was scared to face the situation. And our network is so small, yet there are more of us on the planet than any other ethnic group on the planet. So how can our network be that small? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So why can we not reach out and expand our network? White and Asian content creators in gaming on social media can reach out to superstars, to entertainers, to supporters within their industry that have money. But it's so hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying it. That's why I use the word marginalized, because I'm not saying that there aren't any black content creators. I'm not saying that black content creators don't get any support. I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying we are marginalized. When you make the comparison, it is, we get like this much help, but we're like this much of the audience, whereas our counterparts, whites and Asian, get this much help and they're this much of the scene. So it's disproportionate. And I want to talk about, why is that? Why don't we help each other? Why, if a white or Asian content creator decides to do a charity or do something positive, they can get a platform where other people within their network, other content creators, retweet, rehash, share on Facebook, post their links. They share amongst each other so that their network can get big. But in the African scene, if you use the word help in a post, hey guys, I need some help, it's like black people just turn away. They don't want to see HELP. If they see that, the first thing they think is, oh, he's asking for money. They don't even know how much money. They just thought, he's asking for money, I don't want to help at all. Then when they find out you're not even asking them for money, then what you want me to retweet or rehash or restream or whatever post. And if it doesn't fall in line with them, it's a problem. I literally just finished having this discussion with the producer of the live video game TV, when he was letting me know that we can't be hypocrites. If we say we're trying to build the black network, right, and we're trying to help push black gaming worldwide, then we need to help each other. We need to be a network. We need to share each other's content so that it can reach out. Because one of the biggest problems is, I don't even think we even know about each other. So it's like this one African guy over there is streaming or tweeting about this, but he's tweeting to nobody. No one in his ethnic group knows about him. So it doesn't get anywhere, so no one knows. I'm sure there are so many different people in the same situation as I am, but I don't know them, and they don't know me. So the question is, why the disconnect? What's the disconnect? What's stopping us? What is this disconnect, and how can we bridge this gap? And like I said, this isn't about the Africa tour, but this has been bothering me since, because last year, put you on a true story, 90% of the funding that came for the African tour was from my Discord. It was only from a handful of black people. Sahil, Royalty, Hashtiv, Jagan, and it's a majority black. And then the rest came from like Super Nintendo and the remainder of the community, which is the color spectrum of the world. So those are other people Asian, other people white, whatever the case may be, to raise 15 grand. I was disappointed because I had a simple plan. I had 3 months to reach out to 15,000 black people. Now, that doesn't mean I was going to reach out to anybody white or Asian. I was going to reach out to other people. But I wanted to reach out to my own people because I felt that this was something we should fix. This is not white people's problem. This is not Asian people's problem. I don't want to hear, oh, well, what they did in slavery. Oh, okay, fine. We get it. And they did that then. So what are we going to do now? So I'm like, okay, so we have an opportunity to fix this. I reached out to 20,000 people last year. but literally about less than 100 people all contributed to the GoFundMe campaign to get me to Africa. I thought at first, you know what it is, Triforce? Bad timing. I didn't sit down. I didn't market this properly. I didn't connect with the right people. Everyone was like, Triforce, why don't you ask Etika to retweet? I did. Etika was told not to retweet it. Blah, blah, blah. Etika hit me up. Triforce, yo, you know what it is, B? Yeah, I understand, B. So I couldn't even get help from the big people. I can't get any help from them. I can't go to top people. I don't even want to say their names because saying their names puts them in problems. I'm only saying Etika because he's gone. But like, you think of a top black gamer in gaming. Oh, I said that, in gamer. Best believe I've asked. Yeah, Triforce, the thing is, I got Twitch on my neck, or Triforce, YouTube, or Triforce, my sponsor. It's crazy. So we locked out? We can't even help each other? Pretty much. Ninja does a stream, Drake gets on the stream. Jagan was with me last year. We tried to call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's team. We called Gordon Hayward from the Celtics. We called so many basketball players. Your man Cornelius inside the Discord right now, no, I'm the YouTube right now, tweeted out to Rick Fox and so many other black people. There was a lady from the is it Undisputed? No, it's not Undisputed. I forgot the name. Some lady who wrote an article for ESPN or something like that. I don't think it was ESPN. Oh, let me make sure I get the words right. I forgot. Undefined? I forgot what it was. Undefeated. Thank you. Welcome back, Jagan. You didn't cop out as a sellout on me. I respect that. You back. All right. so now but the undefeated lady wrote an article, and the article was, how come there are not that many blacks in gaming? And Jagan was all over that, like white on rice. He was like, yo, exactly. There's a lot of people, which is funny because if you look at last year at Evolution, out of all 8 games, top 8 were all black. And 4 of the 8 games, black people won. No article. Nothing. No black excellence, Nathan's. Nothing in gaming. No one touched it. She brought it up. Jump in. Mm-hmm. No. Crap. Say something?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right, permanently mute this. Yeah, sorry. You know something? I should just remove this thing altogether. I have 2 desktop audios, and one of them don't work, and I keep muting the wrong one. Well, you are the only one who said anything since I got into the room, so nothing was really lost in translation, right? Sorry about that, but Jagan reached out to the lady along with Cornelius, and they asked her, "Hey, listen, there's a majority, because Empire Kid is not an all-black team, but we're majority are on black. 90% of the organization is black. 90% of the administration is black. 90% of the players that compete is black. So we're a pro-black organization." And he said that a Guinness Book World Record recognized team no one talks about. You should look into him. The lady said, yeah, I'm going to look into this. This is good. I'll get back to you. What happened, Jagan?
It's Halloween came early because it's ghosting season.
Yeah, pretty much. No word. Now, why would you write here's the funny part about it. She wrote in the article, if you know any black teams, I'm just paraphrasing, if you know any black teams that's not getting recognized, she would like to know so she could follow up on a story. A black guy comes to her and say, the #1 most documented winning video game team in the world, founded and run by a black guy, is not being recognized. No follow-up. What? So what was the point of even asking that? What was the point even asking that? What was the point of the article? Jagan, can you get that article for me and post it into the YouTube chat? Because I just want people to be able to reference to the article of what I'm talking about. It just made no sense. I was like,
yeah,
oh.
give me a minute.
Oh. So I'm like, why? So I'm starting to realize, not believe, realize, because this is a fact, we just don't help each other. Facts.
Oh
We
shit, here we
just
go again.
don't help each other at all. I don't know why we don't help each other. It's crazy. Like, it's so few of us. And I'm lost here. I'm really lost here. We need help. No one's coming to help us outside of our circle. YouTube tried. I, I can understand whites and Asians complaining, why are you trying to make this a black thing or whatever. But you know what's so crazy about the whole YouTube black? You have black people complaining. YouTube is literally trying to create a platform that can focus on blacks and help us expand our network, and black people were complaining. Yo, you don't need to make a YouTube black B. We just have regular YouTube. And when I read this, I'm just sitting there, and the only letter that can come to mind was the letter C. Because I was like, these C's, they just out here. They're worse than the N's. I'll take the N's over the C's any day. The C's I can't deal with. I just can't deal with them. The N's can be reformed. The C's, they can't. They're just, yeah. They're just, it's literally impossible. So, I wanted to get you guys' thoughts and your experiences as to why you think we're just not getting any help. Podrian, you just walked in, so what's up?
You know exactly how I feel about this topic. I've told you 100 million times exactly how I feel.
Yeah, well, we're streaming this topic right now, and I wanted to bring this topic to the public.
All right, so like, check it out. When you say we don't help each other, you are right, but there's some stuff missing there.
Yeah, well, I'm generally speaking. I don't mean all
No,
of
no, no,
us.
I know
Okay.
you are, but like the kind of help that we need isn't gonna come from the average black man.
I meant also, you just jumped into the stream a little bit late because I said we're even cut off from going to our celebrities and basketball players, because I mentioned we have reached out to what's this guy's name, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy, and we reached out to these guys and we just can't get a hold. We tried reaching out to Akon. Cornelius and Jagan have worked so hard to try to reach out to big, powerful black communities, big established entertainers and athletes. They've tried, trust me, and they've been at it for a year. We can't even grasp their attention. It's almost as if there's some type of force that's blocking us. And I'm not just talking about me. I am not the only one with this problem. This problem is throughout the entire African diaspora, period. It's like it's almost as if there's some type of system or force that's just keeping us from ever connecting and unifying. And we're a part of that force.
I mean, check it out though. Like acknowledging the fact that there's obviously some numbers in the way. Like there's some kind of equation that's preventing us from, just easily getting the things that just make sense in our minds. That's not gonna do nothing. That's not gonna do nothing. Literally, you just gotta figure it. You gotta keep going until you find a clear path through. Now, in my experience, I know Jagan and them have been trying real hard. I forgot who I tried to get you hooked up with. I had some kind of contact, but that fell through too.
Mm-hmm.
I need to remember who that is. Anyway. The only way it's gonna work is that if we get the attention of someone not so significant, but has the attention of the significant person. All these people we're trying to reach out to, they all know somebody who ain't doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really we need to be in contact and bump elbows with the people on that level, and that would help us expand our network.
Yes.
So that's really where I feel is our biggest weakness, is the networking.
Oh no, that's the entire topic. That's what we was talking about. The networking.
Yeah.
Here's an example, right? The only time you ever hear anything about anything significant about African content creators in gaming is if it's buffoonery, shucking and jiving, something commercially great, which is usually tied in with somebody outside of our ethnic group. It has to be tied in. Can never be. Rarely do you ever find an African person in the gaming sphere and social media doing something major and it's just all about them. And it gets big coverage the same way you would cover a PewDiePie or a Logan Paul or a Ninja. Rarely, and it's a rare situation. And I stress the word rare because I can't even come up with one situation. But just because I don't know doesn't mean there's someone else that doesn't know. So it's just it's crazy because, like Ike says in the chat, it's hard to get help without acting ridiculous. It sucks sometimes. It's literally like that's the only way we can ever get. We have to shuck and jive to get help, or to be recognized, or to be platformed.
Well, you got two options. The way I see, you got two options. You have to be extraordinarily talented at something that everybody loves, or you have to, be a clown. Not that there's anything wrong with being a clown. I mean, like, being a clown makes money. Like, lots of people got jobs off of people being clowns. All right.
Yeah.
But that's
if you're
I see it, you really only have those two avenues.
But you see, you can't even do that because a guy like Low Tier God is being a clown, and when he's being a clown, it's being portrayed that that's really him. Like I want to bring this up, like, because I'm not cool with June, whatever the frig his name is, the guy that did the video on Low Tier God. Yet another black man's character being assassinated. It is literally defamation, but people are going to sit there and say it's not defamation, when it clearly is. The title does not leave any room for question or forethought. It is literally a hard-driven narrative. It literally says from immovable to delusional. So you're calling Low Tier God delusional. Now, I just find it so funny because we all know, right? Because I've studied the entire social media platform, let's not say universe, of Twitch and YouTube for gaming. I can't talk about the rest. I'm just talking about in gaming. And in gaming, the majority of the audience on YouTube in gaming and Twitch are negative. They are negative, negative. They're toxic people. They like to troll. They like to meme. They don't care who it hurts because they hide behind anonymity of the internet.
I was just about to say, it's anonymity of the internet. That's why they act like that.
That's why they act like that. So it's automatic toxic. They can write whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. So the thing here is, like, Low Tier God knows this. There's a big difference between Low Tier God and Etika. Low Tier God actually understands his scene is toxic, and he exploits them. He doesn't let them exploit him. He goes, oh, so you guys like this toxic, you like this low tier, oh, I'm doing it wrong, it's low tier. Anyway, the point is, right, they know that they like that. They like when he gets salty. They like when people pay to fight him. Everyone who pays most of the people, let's not say everyone, most of the people who pay to play Low Tier God are recording their game because they're expecting the rage quit so that they can upload it online. So
they're paying for the experience.
Exactly.
It's like playing against Low Tier God is like riding one of the interactive rides at Universal Studios.
Exactly. They know what they're gonna get. He's been doing it for years, yet they still pay for it.
Good business.
So
yes. Mm-hmm.
He knows this. He knows they know it. So he's like, okay, so I'm about to get this revenue stream. But June makes this whole video like he's intelligent on the matter. My man makes a biography about a person alive, but never interviews them. Talk about pretentious. Like, what? I'm like, you can fool these stupid little kids online who will listen. It's an entertainment piece. Just call it what it is. It's a hit piece. You're trying to assassinate Low Tier God. Just call it what it is. Don't try to act like, oh, I'm just being a creative. Shut up. No, you're not. You're not being creative at all. The guy was.
One second.
Mm.
1 second. The third option. I forgot. There is a third option. Coming up off of somebody else. That's exactly what this dude is doing. If
Oh no,
he
that's
destroy low tier God, then I'll take his place.
no. It's not about him taking his place. It's as Jagan said. It's a freebie. It's called a freebie. Low tier God is someone. Low tier God is someone you would want to hate, right? Because that's the thing that goes around on the internet, and the internet's about hatred. So let me make a piece on someone people are gonna hate. This is what I find funny. He's insulting low tier God in the beginning, saying low tier God thinks he's important, etc., 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 but he's delusional. Okay, so if he's not important and he's delusional, why are you doing a biography of him? The hypocrisy is out of this world.
It's not hypocrisy, it's irony.
No, that is
It's ironic.
no. It's ironic, but it's also hypocrisy. It is because he's doing the same thing low tier God's doing, just from a different point of view. Like your low tier God is creating insignificant, delusional, and unintelligent content for people to watch because he thinks he's important, and so is June. He's talking about another person. Great minds talk about ideals. Average minds talk about events. Small minds talk about people. He's talking about another person. We're currently talking about June as well, but it's in the context of making that point, and which is a sub point to the major point
we're talking about the culture of people.
Yeah, we're talking about the culture of people, and which is kind of funny. So while they're sitting here attacking it because people are like, well, low tier God's a scumbag and blah blah blah, but I'm like, that's not him in real life. When you meet him in real life outside of the screen, he does not act like that. When he had his first opportunity to go on television for the E-League and he went there, he did not act like the low tier God on his YouTube because he's dealing with professionals.
Well, that's a character.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. And this guy June took things out of his real life, like his personal life with the law, his family, and combined that with his YouTube personality. That is literally defamation. Literally. But I don't know how he won that case. Once again, yet another black man assassinated right on social media. And everyone
What case?
Huh?
What case?
So he made the video. Low tier God wanted to get the video removed because he felt that it was a defamation. This guy's he's creating it was 28-minute. Like it's a biography. It's not commentary. It's not low tier God in news that you're commentating about. It is a biography. The literal entire subject matter is about what the guy who created the video thinks about another person. That is literally defamation. I don't know how he got past that.
Well, okay, look, I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer here, but honestly, if that was the case, Donald Trump could sue every talk show host that talks crap about him.
No, that's not true because he's in the news. People don't bring up Donald Trump politically. This is what.
In the news.
No. The guy. No, you can. Let's put it like this: a talk show. Give me Stephen Colbert. Something happened.
Anyway.
One of these guys, any of the guys. Something happens in the news regarding Donald Trump. They commentate on it based on what he says. They give their opinion. First of all, they're comedians. That's number one. So they're already protected because they're comedians. That's literally their job, right? So they can criticize. The guy June is not a comedian, and it's not like Stephen Colbert can go and make a biography about Donald Trump and literally talk about Donald Trump's personal life with his mother, his children, his wife, how he deals in the office. And he can't do that. He'll get sued for that. That's what. But that's what June did to low tier God.
This is what I'm thinking. The reason why he got away with it, I guess, in that sense, is probably they could not. What is that? They couldn't categorize his content.
That's my point. But if you look at the content for what it is, it's actually a biography. It's not, hey guys, Low tier God went to Evo. This is how he acts. I'm gonna see. This is what I don't like about low tier God. Because if you look at his past, blah blah blah, because you're using that as reference to make a point to what happened in the news that you're commentating on. No, that's not what happened. The guy literally, the entire, I'm gonna read to you. Where is it?
Well, before you read it, how effective was this against low tier God?
241,000 views. From immovable.
Well, I mean, it's a controversial video about low tier God. Of course, people are gonna watch it. I mean, that's irrelevant.
But it's not a controversial video. It is a biography. The way the film was done, it uses his image, it uses his voice. Did he even get any of this permission from low tier God? No. Did he Did he ask for an interview to low tier God? That I don't know. But I would think that if he did, then at least you would get a different side, because you'd get low tier God's point of view. There is no point of view from low tier God here. There are videos from low tier God where he's driving to work. I've watched them.
The Leaving Neverland documentary.
Yeah, now you hear That's why HBO was getting sued. That's why they took it down, because it's defamation. Did they get Michael's permission? Did they get the estate of Michael Jackson's permission? Did they get the permission from Michael Jackson's family? No.
The reason why it got taken down is because it was proven that they were making up shit.
Well, but okay, well that too. But
so that is absolute defamation.
Okay, so that's true. But if the guy is alive and you didn't ask low tier God for his point of view, low tier God has videos where he literally says, "What, yo, you drones don't understand that this thing I'm doing on YouTube, that ain't me. That is," he literally say that's a character.
I mean, he shouldn't have to come out and say that.
But he did, and June did not put that in this biography, painting the narrative that he's delusional.
All right, relax. Okay, all right.
Oh, sorry about that. That's just how I talk. But that's
we know.
Yeah, it's this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's just so unfair.
So I just want to talk about real quick. I just want to mention something about what is this guy's name?
Who? June the King. Joon.
I'm not going to talk about him specifically, but since we're talking about him and he's a recent example of this.
No, I'm using him as an example because.
No. I just want to say something. I just want to say.
All right, go on.
Because this happens all the time. I watch videos all the time. People I'm subscribed to, people I have like a micron of respect for, and they end up falling into this weird trap. It's like, why don't you talk to the people who you're talking about before you talk about them?
Exactly.
Even if you don't agree and you want to say some stuff afterward. I mean, because here's the thing. If you know your mom's gonna say no, you ask your dad. Okay. If you're not interested in your mom's opinion because you don't want the contradiction. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Yes, the guy who made this thing about low tier God, just like the Leaving Neverland thing, the reason why they didn't ask anybody, the reason why they didn't cross-reference, the reason why they didn't fact-check is because they wanted to say what they wanted to say without any.
They wanted to paint a narrative. Yes, they wanted to paint a narrative, and that in itself is, if it's negative, then it's defamation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like to be specific like that. Like, I know what you're saying. I like to be specific like that, though, because everybody paints a narrative.
Exactly. So, and this is the part. When we do something good, no one talks about it. No one talks about it.
And again, that comes down to the networking. We don't have enough people pushing out the good. People respond to good news, just that we don't have enough people pushing out good news.
Exactly.
If LeBron James feeds a homeless kid, you and everybody you know is going to hear about it.
Yes, because he has the money. He has the money, and he has. First of all, he has a public relations team that have the money to put into the machine to pay for that.
Here's the thing. Even if he was just with his friend, nope. Let's take all the money out of the equation. He throws a stack at a homeless dude eating a bologna sandwich. He just throws a stack at him. All right, his friend records the whole thing, puts it up on his Twitter. Not even LeBron's Twitter, on his Twitter. Everybody's gonna share that shit.
Yes, because it's LeBron James. But here's
it cost him no money.
Yes,
that publicity.
But here's the thing. How can we access? All right, first of all, we don't even have a network. The average African in gaming for social media does not have a network.
Yes.
We literally have no network. So we have to build one, which is a conversation that I had with the live video game TV today. It has to be built, right? Mm-hmm. which is why they say at the live video game TV. That's why we say that line: "Our game is never over," because it's never going to be over. We have to build this from scratch. The fact that I'm trying to go to Africa and bring STEM e-learning to Africa. I'm trying to help build gaming up in Africa, especially with Just Dance. I'm literally fusing the culture of African dancing into Just Dance. I've started that here in Jamaica, and I'm now trying to bring it back to the motherland. I'm trying to push esports on a continental level. Actually, throughout the Africa dance, the infrastructure for esports in Africa, I'm trying to make it global. Well, I'm trying to help make it global because I can't do it by myself. That's obvious. Yet, what I'm doing is literally falling on deaf ears. We have 2 weeks to go before we leave out to Africa. We have marginal help. The majority of we've raised $6,000 so far. It doesn't read that on the screen, but we made $3,300 3 months ago, right? And then we made $2,700 so far now. So we made 6,000 out of the 15 grand that we need. We are still short. I literally need about at least another six. I can work with like another 6 grand. If I can get 6 grand, I can make it work. I can shave corners here and there to make stuff work. But as you can see in our GoFundMe, we only have $500. The amount of people that have helped in this GoFundMe, let's take a look here. We have 29 donors. That's it. 29 donors. I have literally shared this. It says 156 shares, but we only have 29 donors. I put this on Twitter. I put this on LinkedIn. I put this on Hashtag. I put this on Facebook. I put it everywhere. I've been doing the Building Blocks to Africa stream literally 3 months ago. I've been streaming it. So every night we go on live, even right now as we're talking about it, it's streamed. We can't even, forget donations, we can't even get people to share this into the thousands. We can't go to our own people.
Yeah. Okay, so everything, I just want to go down a real quick list. You pretty much have everything but the network.
No, but this is not hold on, time. Let's not turn this into me. I'm using me as an example because I know my situation.
I'm also using you as an example.
But don't. The thing is, it's not that I don't have a network. That's why I made the comment. We, like the average black, the average African gaming content creator. It's not just me. I notice I'm not. See. One of the major things is a lot of us like to look at our own situations just as individuals. But if you step back out of yourself, you'll see this is an epidemic amongst our people as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. There is no African esports network for networking African esports players.
Esports, gaming, esports, content creation, anything.
Anything. Yeah. There's no general network for it. Now.
And YouTube, like I'm going to give YouTube credit for this because a lot of people giving YouTube a lot of shit. But YouTube, I'm going to give credit for this because they wanted to make YouTube black. And when they said they was going to make, I was like, yes. Then people started, why are you making a YouTube black? That's so racist. I was like, what?
Okay, I urge companies to never listen to people who talk down against minority group generated
because it was just a focus group. It wasn't that they was going to turn all of YouTube black. They were just going to make a focus group so black people in YouTube can work with each other.
Anything, because this actually goes into what you're talking about. Anytime that we get any kind of representation, there's a lot of pushback from the people it's meant to represent. Why? It's not because of the people themselves. In my experience with my own people, it's like we're not even literate enough to know what this all entails. In fact, this is just a plus for us no matter what happens. People put black folks up to this mentality.
Yes, I believe it.
It's not just us either. There's literally an effort to keep us in this weird, proud position where we don't need any help from anybody.
Not even to help
How does
us.
that make any sense? We've never done anything on our own since the transatlantic slave trade that
No,
put us in this position in the first place.
yeah, yes, exactly. Because the only time we've ever
We've
did
never been
anything,
on our own.
the only thing we've ever been on our own, you have to go back before we were put in slavery. That's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So when our ancestors were running parts of Africa, that's when we did anything on our own. That's it.
Since then, we can't. 1 second. Khalil, come here. One moment. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, it's gonna be touch and go for a while, even with all the support that we do have. You've acknowledged this already, but overnight we're not gonna get support. There's really no. And I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I would rather not have this conversation in too great a detail with you on stream because I feel like this is just like a us thing that we need to talk about until we get it right.
No. This conversation, no. Anything regarding us.
I just don't want to go too deep.
No, we're not going too deep. I'm trying to generally. I'm using our situation to blow up because a lot of people thought that this was gonna be a like when you look at the thumbnail, right? When you take a look at the thumbnail of this, it makes it look like it's all these white checkered pieces against this one black checkered piece. But
it's a chess piece.
that's a checker, my fault, chess piece. But the reality is the real question isn't why is it all those white pieces against the one black piece? The question is where are the other black pieces? That's the real question. Where are the other black pieces? I know everyone looked at this and thought this was about, oh, here goes Triforce Black. No, the white pieces are on deck. They on fleek right now. They're organized. They're unified. They're good. We're not. Why is that? Where are our pieces? Where are our pieces?
Kind of hard to follow up behind that, but
I put out a.
No, I mean like it's hard not to feel like there's no help, and a lot of the time there isn't. I mean, you look at most successful black people, they didn't have that much assistance.
No,
Yep.
a lot of them came up on their own, and then because they came up on their own, there's a certain resentment to I'll never go back into that situation, and rarely. I'm talking about rarely. You got to talk about a Denzel Washington and Chad Boswick, rare. Where the ones out of us that make it, ever go back and help any of us. I find it hard to believe that out of all of my accomplishments and everything that I've done, I don't expect white people to help me. I don't expect Asian people to help me. But sadly, and I don't mean sadly on their part, sadly on our part, I get more help outside of our ethnic group than I do from our own. That actually infuriates me. It actually makes me mad.
So the reason why that I have an answer for that. The reason why that happens is because black people don't know what you could do for them. They don't. And
there are white people who are helping me. There are white people who are helping me, right? And although some of them, it benefits them long term, but it's an investment for them. But at the same time, they're just like, well, Triforce, outside of it potentially being an investment for us, because that's what it is, potential, it can flop. They're like, what you're doing, we like it, it's noble. So we just want to help you because what you're doing is good. When I ask a black person, they don't look at the work I'm trying to do and how good it is and how it helps us. They're looking at, okay, if I help you, what do I get for it? Like, what? That is a toxic mentality. That's mad toxic. Then I say to them, okay. Well, Triforce, I'm gonna play devil's advocate to myself. I'm gonna give you all the arguments I've ever gotten from my own people, right? Triforce, you have to understand, we don't have a lot of money. I know. So, if everybody chips in a little, no one has to chip in a lot. I'll post in black groups that have like 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people. Hey, can you pin this on your thing? I'm just asking for help. $1 from everyone in the group. Can't get it pinned. Number 2, hey guys, I just donated to help Triforce. They don't even donate $1. They donate more. Help them out with $1. Ignored. Let me show you something. No, I'm not even going to show you something. I'm going to put it in the room. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to show you something. This is my entire point that I'm trying to make. Like this is wild. This is actually wild, right? Because I'm gonna have to find a way to make it anyway. But this is wild. But I'm gonna put this in the YouTube chat, right? Put this in the YouTube chat. So, oops, here we go. I put that in the YouTube chat. Let me put it in the Discord so everyone can see it in the Discord as well. Now, I put out that video last night. The video says 10,000 building blocks back to Africa. It has 328 views. 328 people seen this. Let's round it off to an even 300. Let's say 28 of those views are rewatches. I got 2 donations. 2 donations. I didn't ask. I asked for $1. In the campaign, it explains what the $1 is going towards. It shows video footage of the work we did we audited the work that we did in Africa so that people can see that this is not a scam for your money to be lost. Number 2, it's just $1. Counter argument. Well, try for some people ain't got $1 to spare. Okay. Then people will go on.
If you don't have $1 to spare, you probably aren't watching the videos anyway. You probably don't even know who Triforce is.
Okay. But these same people will go to, if they do go to a black stream, the person has to shuck and jive for them to donate. And they'll donate 50, 200, 300, $1,000 donations. I'm like, wow. Well, I don't want $1,000. I just want $1. Is that? Well, someone donates, right? Tetris donates. You know what they get from helping a nasty. You know what they get from helping a nasty cookie? What? I am confused. I don't know what that donation meant. I'm sorry, but thank you for the $1 donation. But I asked for $1. I can't get that. $1. I'm not asking for a lot of. But if we had a stream, well,
it hasn't like after all this time, it hasn't like dawned on you yet why that doesn't work.
Why doesn't
like
it work?
In general, no, because I get what you're trying to do, but the reason why that doesn't work is because you have to get them to even give a damn in the first place.
That's crazy, because you know why? In the GoFundMe video, right? All of the videos that I've made talk about the work I do first before it asks for support.
So check this out. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. I'm saying that for some reason or another, you're not catching the demographic who would support you, lock, stock, and barrel.
Because we don't have one. We don't have a network.
Demographic.
Yes, the demographic has to go somewhere. Where does the demographic go? It has to go into a network. That's how you find your audience. You know when they say, Triforce, you have to find your audience on YouTube. My audience is black.
Are they?
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. I have white people, but it's not a lot.
No. What I'm saying is that doesn't. How do I put this? If your audience is black, then we're literally all in this room right now. Whether you be watching from home or you're in this Discord right now. If your audience is black, then it's me. It's all the I'm sorry, I don't remember people's names to faces, but everybody in here who's black right now watching this right now, we are the audience, and we have all contributed. Is what I'm saying making sense? Like a little bit, because you don't actually have a black audience. In my opinion, this is just my perspective now.
Well, give me a second. Tetris redonated $1. He says, I'm saying that those people are asking what they get for helping you. Give them a nasty cookie. Oh, okay. So, so when people say, what do I get from it? Give them a nasty cookie. All right. I get that. Sorry. Sorry I didn't get that the first time. Also, can mods, can you monitor the stream? Someone's trying to figure out how they can.
Yes, I'm answering him.
All right, go on now. Go on, Poldrin.
Yeah, so like you don't actually have a black audience. Like Kevin Hart has a black audience. Okay.
I have a multicultural audience,
No,
but
no, no, no. What I'm saying is that you don't even have the black audience. This
wow,
is my perspective. This is my perspective.
you're actually
You know,
I get your point. I may create content for a black audience, but I don't have a black audience.
right.
Oh, well, ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So I mean, like this is what I'm saying. Like this is why I keep trying. Don't focus on pandering to black folks so much. You're trying to work through Africa. Okay. You got all the black people you could ever want.
But see,
Right.
there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that. I can't. You have to understand something. I cannot. You know how you say don't pander to the black audience? I have to pander to the black audience. The black
Well,
audience.
I don't mean so literally.
No,
mean
I know you
so,
don't. I know you don't mean it literally. But
Yeah.
first of all, as an African, that's the content I create. I create
Yeah.
black because I am black, right? So it goes towards black. There are white people who like black content, so they consume the content as well. That's fine. I have no problem. We accept everyone, but I have to focus on our people because we need the help. Whites don't need the help. Asians don't need the help. Latinos don't need the help. Hispanics don't need the help. They don't need the help. We do. 1 second. Metalhead Gamer says, I wish I could donate you $1 million. That would be too much. I don't need $1 million.
No, I hate it when you do that, man. If he had the well-to-do to donate you $1 million, I'm pretty sure you'd be a decent enough dude to make sure that he saw a return on his investment, man. Don't say stuff like that. You put yourself in the wrong. You psych yourself out so much, man.
I'm just saying that when people say that, it's
hold
just.
on, Trevor, let me cut you off real quick.
Oh boy.
People out there on the internet, we need $1 million. Triforce is a good dude. He will make sure you see a return on your investment.
Anyway,
that $1 million will not go to waste.
So look.
Anyway, as you were saying.
Yes. The thing here is that I have to focus on us because we need the help, and I am disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I thought that this is what I thought initially, right? And
You had a thought?
yes, I had a thought. For those who are watching this after it's published and whatnot, leave your comment down. All you YouTube content creators out there that have gone through the same thing, leave your story there, because I will have another stream and I want to read you guys stories and let people know that you guys YouTubes exist. I'm gonna literally have a YouTube where I'm like, listen, I will click your comment, click your YouTube, go to your YouTube, put it down in a list of all the different YouTube channels and just have a YouTube promo day. YouTube Black. I'll have the YouTube Black. Since YouTube couldn't do it because the hypersensitive audience wants to just bash YouTube for trying to help us, which I just found funny. But I thought that, okay, Triforce, the first time going to Africa or doing anything pro-black is not going to be helped with a lot of support, because people just don't trust black people. They think you're going to take the money and you're going to spend it on something else. Okay, so what they need full transparency. One of our big donors in here who's black said, I will pay, and he paid $5,000 to fly a TV station, the TV producer here from the live video game to Africa with me to literally document everything that we did. And he actually made, after documenting everything, so you got day by day plays in the whole 9 yards, he then made a 1 hour documentary, and you guys should check that 1 hour documentary out. You can go to Live Video Game TV and look. It's called The Ghana Chronicles. Watch that show. It's actually pretty decent. It's one of the highest views on his channel, which is not saying much because he only has 1,700 views. Why is that? This was done with like TV production quality, yet it's only 1,700 views. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like this cannot be done. Why is it like that? We got to change this. And I thought that if I went to Africa, document everything, audit it, make sure everyone can see it, that the next time I go back, I'd have more support. You know what's crazy, Poldrin? I have less support. There are less people now helping me with the return to Africa than there was the first time. That's wild. What happened? What did I do wrong?
You didn't get all the money you needed for the return trip the first time. That's what you did wrong. Being totally serious though, if you could have managed to get all the money you needed for the first trip and the second trip, or at least get like a third of the way there for the second trip, you would be gold right now. So a little bit of hubris, all right, that always happens. But like again, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just that your network is lacking a little bit. A lot of it. Okay, a lot of it.
How do we meet? I'm trying. We literally have.
You can't expect. Okay, look, you gotta stop relying on our own people. You gotta in our history. Okay, in this country, just in the last 300 years. Okay, our history. Every time we were motivated to do something, it was either because we were all gonna suffer or because someone was a martyr. Okay. And I'm not asking you to be a martyr, of course. Like that, I don't think it's not that serious.
No, even if it was that serious, I'm not dying.
You have to be the one leading the way, but at some point you're gonna have to get recognized, and that is what we're trying to figure out at this point. Like how to get you more in the public eye. But I wouldn't worry about our own helping us with this.
That's crazy. That's not true. They can.
No, I'm saying they're not equipped to.
That's not true either.
Yes, it is.
Many hands make light work.
I understand that, but
there are more of us. There are more. I don't understand. You can go into a group that has 10,000 people in it and ask half that amount to help you, and you won't even get. You'll get you'll get less than 10 people to help you. That is crazy.
Okay, so let me try to be more clear. The people who you're reaching out to specifically, their invested interest is not the what is that? The welfare of our own.
But we're complaining.
That's not the primary concern.
But we're complaining about it though. I don't understand. We like this is a contradiction. We complain about we don't get recognition and support, and we need help, and this and that, and whatever the case may be. And then some of us say, well, we just gotta pick ourselves up by the bootstraps, like they tell us. Then when we go try to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps, no one wants to help.
It's an even split between all the different mentalities on how we need to go about making things better for ourselves. Okay, the bootstrap people, the I don't want a Black History Month people, all that. It's all different. It's like I'm not trying to get religious at all, but it's like Christianity. You know how there's like a million different like churches for Christianity?
Yeah.
Baptist, Lutheran, all that.
Yeah.
They all don't agree with each other. And the way I see it, as a Christian, they all struggle because they can't come together on a single idea. Somebody's doing something wrong all the time. And so when it comes to just regular people, their invested interest, especially Black folks in America, is not the welfare of Black people in America. I mean, they say all that stuff when somebody gets shot or when Al Sharpton decides to show up somewhere. But after he leaves or after a few months go by, everybody forgets about that dude who got shot. They just go back to doing the stuff that really isn't helping them do anything in life outside of maintaining a 9 to 5.
See, look at this. Look what God's
constantly stuck in survival mode to the point where they can't see the bigger picture.
Let me read to you something Godslayer said. He says he doesn't have even $1 in his account. Maybe he should get a credit card. But he says he gets paid on the 16th, so he'll donate. Sorry. Godslayer, well, let's get the response first before I chime in on a comment. Cornelius says, don't go into debt, Godslayer. Just share and get the message out. Sometimes that's easy, right? So let me put this link inside the room for everybody. So there's about 40 people in this room. Let's put this to a test, right? 40 people in this room right now, right? 40 people in this room. You have two options. I just put a link in the room, and this is the point I'm trying to show. There are 40 people in the room. That is a link. In fact, that's the YouTube link. Let me get the Twitter link just in case some of you just don't know where to share it on or whatever the case. So I'm going to get the Twitter link. So you have two options. You have two full options, right? Two full options. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Now, you know what the sad part is? This is not towards the whites or the Asians, but they're going to do it anyway because they've always done it. The whites and the Asians just do it. This message is directly, I'm speaking directly to African people. Out of the 40 of you guys that's in here, and then the guys that's in the Discord, because this is a real packed Discord right now, right? The 40 of you, take that link, share it. That's all I ask. Share it. If you have $1 or whatever you have that you feel you can part ways with it, donate. But more than anything, share it. That's all I ask. Just share it. And I'm going to go back, I'm going to look. And I'm going to see how many people shared it. I just wanted to see how many people are going to share. This doesn't make any sense. I don't even expect, I thought, okay, fine. If you don't have $1, then can you at least share it? Dudes don't even want to share it. I know people who have money. Hit them up. What up, my sister? What's going on? Hey, yo. Hey, listen, I'm kind of in a thing here. I'm trying to go back to Africa for the year of return to complete my, continue, because we'll never complete it. Not in my lifetime. To help Africa grow, etc., etc. Can you share? And if you can, donate $1. Oh, sure. I have no problems in sharing it. Person has money. Person's always buying games, always making posts about the newest thing that they bought. They just shared it. They didn't even donate $1. You gotta go ask Sash. Sorry about that, guys. Not even $1. And that's something that I think when you look at the this goes into the black network. Black Wall Street used to do this. All of the money used to circulate 11 to 12 times before it left the community. Money was spent kind of like taxes, right? We all gave in a little bit to kind of make the to keep money in the system, to keep things going. We as a people, if you look at us, we are willing to spend our money outside of our circle than ever invest a single dollar inside our circle. And I say the word dollar literally, not even $1. We have this mentality where we believe that if a black guy is asking for money, he's got to be doing something shady.
I wouldn't go that deep.
I would.
That works. Well, see, it works to an extent. You've done everything in your power to make sure that people understand that this is a legitimate venture that you're on to give black people a support network, not just in the USA but in Africa. Mm-hmm. Okay, and find some common ground with their people on on the one thing that's uniting everybody right now, which is the internet and video games.
Okay.
So it's not hard to sell that.
No, it's not.
Whatever it is that we're missing right now, it's got to do with that network.
We don't. No, what we're missing is the network. The network is what we're missing. If we add a network, and I tweeted something like, "Hey guys, I need $1. Please help me," and we had a network of like 50,000 people on Twitter, and it got like 3,000 tweets, we'd probably have half the money already.
Well, you've already presented a campaign on Twitter and all that, and you've done all this already.
But we don't have a network though. Hold on, Mocats, thank you for the $1. Link says, Triforce, you got 31,000 followers. Where they at? 31.
That number's not.
That number's not real. But that's not the point. That's not the point.
I wouldn't say it's not real.
It's not real. What we really have is really a couple thousand people. That's it. Like 2,000 something people. That's what we actually have. No, we have 1,000. We have about 1,000 people. That's it. We don't have any more than that. When you live stream, the most people that come on your live stream that's what you actually have in your subscriber base. The most we ever hit on a live stream is 1,000. That's the most. And the only time we ever go to 1,000 is when we're doing buffoonery. It has to be something stupid. It cannot be something that's legitimate. It has to be something stupid.
I mean, you know why that happens too, right? It's not just it's like the algorithm's not doing all the work for you and just pulling in random people. People are sharing it.
All right, what's this guy's name? I can't. Antrite. You say I feel bad not having money, but you shared it, so you shouldn't feel bad because that's what I asked you to do. If you don't,
I've said this from the beginning. Y'all. If you don't have $1, if you don't have anything monetary to donate, the best thing you could do
is share it.
Help EMP is just to share it. We lack the communication.
Exactly.
We lack the outreach. We don't lack the funds all the time. We lack the connection with people who could help us out.
By you sharing it, it will eventually reach someone who can make up for you not having it. We cannot expect everyone to have it. That's not how the world works. Not everyone has money. We get that. We can accept that. And this problem permeates throughout the entire African gaming social media platform. I am not the only one with this problem. I know I'm not. I'm so mad people fought against YouTube to stop YouTube Black. I'm upset about that. YouTube was literally trying to help us.
I mean, I told you the story about that cosplay group. Did I ever say that story?
No.
It relates to this. Okay, so check it out. A couple of years back, I think it was about 4 years ago. I heard this drama about you know people get like black people get really upset with on the internet about people doing blackface and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this Korean woman cosplays as the Hispanic woman from Overwatch. I can't remember her name, but she did a really good cosplay in my opinion. She wasn't black, she wasn't Hispanic, she was Korean. So the cosplay group that I was a part of at the time, I was just kind of like a supporter. I wasn't really part of the group. They were a black women in cosplay group, and they included Mexican women as well. They all had a fit over it. And I saw the page blowing up, and I was getting notifications everywhere. Blah 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 blah. So I chime in because they're saying a bunch of useless nonsense. They're berating the girl. They're like slandering her, all this type of stuff. It's like, you don't know her. Don't do that. Why don't y'all do this? Since y'all all cosplay in here, y'all all artists, y'all all into this stuff. Why don't y'all get one of y'all Hispanic women in here and outdo her to show that y'all can't replace y'all? Like what you like this stuff is unacceptable. It's like this is fake nonsense. Why not shame her in the same way that you feel that you're offended? Like I don't get that. And so I was kicked out of the group and called a hotep.
Wow. For being fair.
For suggesting that a black cosplay group use their assets to counter what they felt was an assault on their blackness. I mean, essentially what I told them was like, okay, she's not black, so why don't y'all be black? And show them how to be black. Like, what?
As a
Showing that
Hispanic,
y'all the only
I'm
ones
not
that can do it.
offended by someone cosplaying a fictional Hispanic character.
I mean, okay, so I knew I wasn't gonna win that argument. So I decided to appeal to the thing that made the most sense. Y'all all cosplay, right? So why don't y'all just do it better than her with the genuine stuff? And I was called a hotep and kicked out of the group. Amazing.
I mean, if you're a hotep, they're just a bunch of hoes.
Hotep, ironically, hotep is supposed to mean peace, but it's used as a derogatory term for overly woke black men in black female spaces.
So, well, I want to bring this to a close. I want to put 10 more minutes into this.
Getting back to it. This is what I mean. This is why I don't reach, because I am also black, and I also have black endeavors and things I want to see happen in the black communities. But I don't lose sleep over not getting help from other black people because I've come to understand that they just don't get it most of the time.
No, my question is how we're going to build a black network. We got to build a black network.
Oh, they'll jump on it. But here's the thing. If YouTube Black actually went through without any hindrance, people like me, people like you, we would have taken over the platform and used it at its optimal potential. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if YouTube makes it or not. Like take advantage of what's there. You don't think they could have? How do you think they built historically black schools on American soil without taking advantage of what was there?
I think YouTube buckled, man. YouTube should have never
They had to
buckled.
know what they had to have because companies don't want to offend anyone.
That's crazy.
They can't take the risk because somehow these magical, mystical lawyers and legal representatives have somehow finagled every bad opinion about social economics into scaring companies away from doing anything that has any negative backlash to it whatsoever. Like seriously, social justice warriors punk them out. Ironic because now social justice warriors don't get anything.
All right, man. Well, let me close out this stream. For everybody, listen. If you're an African content creator for gaming, YouTube or Twitch, you have a similar story. Tell me your story. Write it. I don't care how long it is. I'll read it. I got time.
Can I answer that real quick?
Yeah.
Because on the chance that none of you are black content creators, please reach out to black content creators and have them share their story. We can make a big thing out of this.
I want to make a big thing out of this because it's ridiculous.
The thing to emphasize here is share the content. Like the video, comment when it gets uploaded. This all helps promote the brand, okay? This all helps us reach out to people to help us achieve the bigger end goal, which helps everybody in the long run.
Exactly. So please share your thoughts also. I put it inside the. Oh, wait a minute. We got a donation from Joy-Con Joe. Hopefully you can get more donations soon enough. Try for us. Yeah, I'm hoping so as well. I'm gonna take a 1 hour break. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do our nightly stream. I'm gonna probably put in about 4 hours on the grind. We're just gonna literally just get on. We're gonna be chilling and talking, you guys. If you got nothing else to do tonight on Wednesday night, feel free to join us on the stream. We're gonna be sharing the 2-minute YouTube video and just try to get as many people as we can to get it out to. If there's like 10 of me doing that work tonight, we can raise like $500. If 10 of me are doing the same work, but the problem is just me by myself. So I'm going to come back on within an hour and we're going to be streaming tonight. And if you guys want to help, a part of that help, you guys can join in. For those who don't know, I'm going to remove the paywall off of Patreon because that is stunting our network growth because people don't want to join our Discord because they have to pay $1. And that's bad. I think it'd be better to have people joining the Discord, and even if they don't pay $1, their community service of helping us to just share, just having another person in our Discord sharing the content that we're putting out into social media goes a long way more than $1. So we're going to remove the paywall so those who are not a part of our Discord can then join in and become a part of our Discord. So yeah, you guys can be able to join in our Discord, come and have conversations with us. I'll open up Smash Brothers rooms. I open up arenas, and while you guys are playing the game, I'm out there, I'm grinding because I really, really need help, guys. We literally have less than 14 days remaining. We're scheduled to leave for the 19th. The 19th is when we're scheduled to leave. So this is not a good look. We have just under 2 weeks, about 12 days or so before we are supposed to go and head out to Ghana. And when I say we're really under, remember, our job is supposed to reach 15,000. We're $9,000 off. I'm trying to at least get half of that. If I can get 4,500, I can finagle some things and make it work and change things around. But we have 2 weeks to reach $4,500. So by the time we're done, we need to be anywhere. We gotta be like, damn, we gotta be like $8 grand. That's gonna be hard. But we can't stop. We're gonna have to try. Also, if you the same way some of you guys used to come on my stream, you Triforce, Etika streaming, CND streaming, um, what's this guy's name? PewDiePie streaming, Logan Paul streaming. Guys need to tell people the same thing. Go on their channels and tell them. I know I'm not the only channel you guys watch. You go to other people's channel. I'm trying to put um, I'm trying to put you guys to engaging use. I don't want you guys. This is not the channel to come to just be buffoonery, just to be a fool and play games. Although there's a lot of times we have whole days for that. We call it the clown hours. You can just come on, play video games, and there's no work or whatever. But like, dudes need to Shadow Fox Infinite. Try for send me a DM, fam. A DM on what? Twitter or Discord? You gotta let me know which social media platform you're talking about. So you guys could definitely help me out. Those who want to support, you can look at our description. This is for even the people who have watched this entire 1.5 hour video on this. If you want to support our cause, please just look into the description. You'll see all the different options on how you can help us with our cause to Africa. Comes with the video and the whole 9 yards. I really appreciate you guys supporting us by watching this and chiming in. I will see you guys at the next stream. Later.